CAP advocates for reform of Medicare local coverage decisions, and how your donations help support pathology services in Uganda and expose more medical students to pathology. These stories and more coming up next. This is Path News Network Daily Edition from the College of American Pathologists. I'm Nick Lonnie. It's Friday, August 14th. The CAP this week assembled more than 30 organizations in support of changing the way Medicare contract administrators make local coverage determinations. Called LCDs for short, these are decisions to cover or not certain items and services in specific regions of the country. The CAP-led coalition sent a letter to key members of Congress to express support for the Timely Access to Coverage Decisions Act of 2026, also known as H.R. 8500. The bill would require quicker, transparent decision-making, including defined timelines, public meetings, stakeholder comments, and other improvements to a process that today is too often unaccountable and unpredictable. See the CAP website for more information. Beneficial gut bacteria essentially train intestinal cells to maintain immunity to harmful bacteria, even after the beneficial bacteria are long gone. In a study published in Nature Communications, researchers at Northwestern University reported that a metabolite produced by gut bacteria leaves a molecular imprint on cells in the intestine. That change encourages the cells to produce substances that promote a sustained immune response. Research conducted on mice and human cells showed that they had higher immunity to inflammatory bowel disease and similar conditions. A CAP Foundation grant helped the Uganda Cancer Institute expand cancer care into parts of the country outside of the capital, Kampala. You can learn more about the grant and Foundation's work in a 60-minute webinar on Tuesday, September 1st at 8 a.m. Central Time. One of the CAP Foundation's core missions is expanding pathology services to underserved populations, such as in the north and southwest of Uganda, where limited infrastructure and workforce shortages pose a challenge. Register at the CAP Foundation website. And finally, there's a shortage of pathologists. A fourth-year medical student at Michigan State University College of Osteopathic Medicine set out to do something about it. Nick Barron is a member of the CAP Residents Forum's Digital Communications Action Group. On a recent CAP Foundation podcast, he said the pathologist shortage isn't due to a lack of interest. In fact, Michigan State students are lining up to work with a popular pathology professor.
About once a month, like 5 students in their first and second years at Michigan State would come into the laboratory, take a look at some cases that he brought in for about an hour or so, look at some supplemental questions, and then after an hour of looking at them by yourself, we would come together as a group at a old but still functional 5-headed scope, and we would see how he would work through his cases and see how a pathologist thinks. And it was really fun. I think that's the big takeaway. Everyone really liked it. The problem is it's only got 5 people, right?
So Nick applied for a CAP Foundation Sparking Interest in Pathology Award to expand the audience.
We decided to get a camera, and so we could stream these sessions, these sign-up sessions, not only so we can have more people view in from home, but also from other campuses, because Michigan State has 3 campuses.
And how did it go?
In 2025, we had 22 students total, I believe, and scheduled for like our next session next year, we had about 50 people interested.
And what would it take to get more medical students interested?
I think what I've learned through this project is that students are like naturally curious about pathology. Once they experience it, it's just that they never get the chance to.
Great work, Nick. And that's all for today. See the show notes for more information on today's stories. And if you've got a story to share, write us at stories@cap.org. We'll be back Monday at 5 a.m. Eastern for another episode of the Daily Edition. I'm Nick Lonnie. Have a wonderful weekend.